Shalom. Start off by giving all glory, honor, and praise to Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKadash. Double honors to the elders, apostles, a great millstone who grew well. Shalom to the hopeful elect. I'm your brother Magun Shalamar. As today's subject, as you see, is going to be about Cain and Abel. And we're going to get started with Genesis chapter 4, verse 1. And Adam knew Eve, his wife, and she conceived and bare Cain, and said, I have gotten a man from Yahawah. And she again bare his son, his brother Abel. And Abel was a keeper of sheep, but Cain was a tiller of the land. Verse 3. And in process of time it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground an offering unto Yahawah. Now let's go into a couple of words because it's very important. Okay, we're going to start off with in process. Okay. So in Hebrew it is katazah. Okay, it says katazah means in, after. Okay, infinite, a process. Infinite, after, a process. So after the first is continuing. It's continuing. What is continuing? So this is a process. Okay, let's find out what is continuing. The continual of an offering unto Yahawah. Okay, so Cain has been giving, along with Abel, they've been giving offerings, burnt offerings unto Yahawah all the time. Okay, but let's read. It says, and in the process of time, right? Let's go back. So we know process means it's continuously happening. This process been going on. Let's look at time. And time is Yawam. Okay? In the process of time, okay? Day, time, year, over time. Okay? Over days, it could be days, it could be years. Okay? Let's go back. Because it's very important, because the Christian churches today, so-called Christians, they don't go into these words, but at Great Millstone you have to go into these words and understand them, and you get the full understanding of what's going on. So it says, in the process of time it came to pass. All right, let's find out what pass means. And it came to pass. Haya. Okay, came to pass. It's happening. It exists. Okay, come to pass, to come about, to arise, to appear. Let's go back. Okay, in the process of time, it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of ground an offering unto Yahawah. All right, so this particular time, he's going to bring the fruit of the ground as an offering unto Yahawah. All right. Verse 4, and Abel, he also brought of the firstlings of his flock and of the fat thereof. And Yahawah had respect unto Abel and to his offering. Now, why don't the Christian churches go into this and make us understand, or make you understand what was that this was a process that's been going on and on, that they was always giving offerings, burnt offerings to Yahawah, but this particular time that Cain decided to not give what was appropriate unto Yahawah? Well, that's because they don't understand the Bible. Because we know that Cain and Abel got the wisdom and understanding from their father, who was Adam. As we go back to chapter 2 real quick of Genesis, and we go down to verse 7, it says, and Yahawah, the almighty power, formed man of the dust of the ground, and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul. So without Yahawah breathing in the breath of life, the man would have been just a beast in the field, because man was already on this earth. All the nations was already on this earth on that sixth day, right? And they was doing what they doing now, just living their life, having fun, marrying, being wicked, reproducing, right? And having all types of idols that they was worshiping. That's what the other nations was doing. But Yahawah took this particular man that he had formed of the dust from the ground, and he breathed into his nostril the breath of life. Now let's go into Second Esdras, into the Apocrypha, Second Esdras, chapter 2, chapter 3, and we're going to start at verse 5. Okay. Verse 5, and gavest a body unto Adam without soul, which was the workmanship of thine hands, and did breathe into him the breath of life, and he was made living before thee. Right? So he gave Adam something that the rest of the other nations did not have. Right? Let's find out what is the Yahawah's breath of life. Let's go to the book of Wisdom of Solomon. Let's go to chapter 7. And go to 24. It says, for wisdom is more moving than any motion. She passeth and goeth through all things by reason of her pureness. For she is the breath of the power of the Almighty power, and a pure influence flowing from the glory of the Almighty. Therefore can no defiled thing fall into her. You see that? So it says that she is the breath of the power of the Heavenly Father, man. Wisdom. Wisdom is the breath of the power of the Heavenly Father, Yahawah. Let's get another precept real quick. Let's go to Proverbs chapter 2. Okay. Book of Proverbs chapter 2 verse 6. For Yahawah giveth wisdom, out of his mouth cometh knowledge and understanding. You see that? So let's go back to Genesis chapter 2 verse 7. And Yahawah thy power formed man of the dust of the ground, and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul. So he gave Adam wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and he became a living soul, right? Because without wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, then what? Let's grab this precept real quick, because we have to go through this so we understand, because that's how we know that Cain wanted to be wicked. All right. Man that is in honor and understandeth not is like beasts that perish. You see? So without the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding from the Most High Heavenly Father, Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, then you're like beasts in the field that perish. You're like a beast. You're dead. Right? That's like the other nations. But, not given, but for Israel, dealing right now with the hopeful elect, we have the knowledge and wisdom, knowledge and understanding that we're living. You know what I mean? We have that breath of life from the Most High. All right, so we go back to Genesis. Just real quick, I had to just want to touch on that. And as you can read on down, he had given him the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the truth. And then verse 8 and 9 is when he was able to understand the constellations of the skies, man. That's where he looked up into the constellations, and he was able to get that understanding. From the 12 zodiac signs, he was able to read all of that. That's how the Lord talked to Adam, through the constellations. That's another lesson. But we're going to go back to Genesis 4. So this is how we know that Cain as well as Abel knew what to bring for an offering unto the Lord Yahawah. All right. So let's pick up and let's go back and read verse 3. And in the process of time, it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground an offering unto Yahawah. And Abel, he also brought of the firstlings of his flock and of the fat thereof. And Yahawah had respect unto Abel and to his offering. But unto Cain and to his offering he had no respect. And Cain was very wroth, and his countenance fell. Okay, so let's look up that word countenance. You know what? For the sake of time, I'm not in the Blue Bible right now. I just continue on, meaning that Abel brought what he was supposed to bring. He brought the firstling of the flock and of the fat thereof, and Yahawah had respect unto Abel. Now let's prove this. Let's prove it where they knew exactly what to bring. Let's prove it. Let's get real quick. Numbers 18. Numbers 18. We'll start at 15. Now this is the law that was given. Okay. It says everything that opened the matrix in all flesh, right? That's the woman's box, the birth canal, which they bring unto Yahawah, whether it be of men or beasts, shall be thine. Nevertheless, the firstborn of man shalt thou surely redeem, and the firstlings of unclean beasts shalt thou redeem. And those that are to be redeemed from a month old shalt thou redeem according to thine estimation, for the money of 5 shekels, after the shekels of the sanctuary, which is 20 gerahs. But the firstlings of a cow, or the firstlings of a sheep, or the firstlings of a goat, thou shalt not redeem. They are holy. Thou shalt sprinkle their blood upon the altar, and shalt burn their fat for an offering made by fire, for a sweet savory unto Yahawah. See that? That's exactly what Abel did. See? Verse 4, and Abel, he also brought of the firstlings of his flock and of the fat thereof, and Yahawah had respect unto Abel and to his offering. You see? So they both knew. That tells you right then that they already knew the law, statutes, and commandments, right? That was given to them by their father, through their father through their father Adam. Verse 5, but unto Cain and to his offering he had no respect, and Cain was very wroth, and his countenance fell. And Yahawah said unto Cain, why art thou wroth? Why is thy countenance fell? So his whole face just changed, man. You know, his whole face had changed. you could see it. He was rough with, just being mad. And this is what Yahawah says: if thou doest well, shalt thou not be accepted. If thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door, and unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him. Right? So let's go and get a precept to that. We're going to go into, let's get Romans